Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you game 1 in a series between Fly and Apollo's Ball here on Star Station. We see that Ball is spawning as the red Terran on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Spider's Fly spawning as the blue Zerg. Zerg versus Terran here on Star Station, and I am interested to see what these players will be bringing to the table and how things will go down. Now, Star Station, on this particular version of the map, I do believe it is forced cross spawns. We are going to be seeing most likely a front door. Nope, it looks like it's going to be a front door supply depot, and it is going to be a relatively early scout coming in from Ball. We'll have to keep track of this SCV to see if it is going to be a proxy barracks. Proxy barracks is one of those unusual high pressure tactics that has really become common play as of late, as we're taking a look at the drones now. And yes, where is this SCV perhaps traveling to? It looks like he will be hiding down over here, perhaps building the barracks right in that location right there. It looks like things are going to be set up there, as it is going to be a proxy barracks for Reapers. Alright, you can see that it is a proxy barracks for Reapers since gas has already been placed down, and the Reapers will be able to just hop, skip, and jump their way inside the base with relative ease. Now, if Fly goes for a hatchery first, he may be in a little bit of trouble here, as a second SCV also coming into play. This is very important to note. Double barracks, double pressure here. That means two Reapers will be able to place down a lot of damage. As we are taking a look, no, the drone was just making sure that there is no proxy barracks behind the mineral line here before we already see a spawning pool and now an extractor. Perhaps a little bit of spider sense, or no, the Fly's unit was able to come inside here and take a look around and notice that his opponent had not yet built a barracks inside his own base, thereby expecting Alright, welcome back to the game, as we now see an SCV making its way inside. The drone is going to go ahead and slip by, see that the SCV is coming in, but Fly has to suspect that something is already happening. Alright, where will this perhaps SCV be traveling to? Will it try and place down a bunker? I'm not 100% sure. Yes, it will, as the Reaper is now making its way over. Zerglings now, 6 of them already on their way, and it looks like Fly is not overreacting here. He sees what's happening and goes, you know what, you can build straight up in my base. I do not mind. What is the most that you can do? As we now see Reapers already coming inside. This could spell a little bit of trouble, as the Zerglings are now going to try and come in. This could be a little bit of bad play here. Are the Zerglings perhaps going to get some shots off, as the SCV is now trying to back down? Alright, the SCV should have just spent some time building. I'm not exactly sure why the SCV was forced to move away here, and that was perhaps a bit of a mistake. You can see that the Reaper is now making its way back up. SCV now wants to make its way over again. We are going to be getting up a second Reaper finally, but it is still a little bit later than we would have liked to have seen. Alright, let's see what's going to be happening here. Oh, the Reaper needs to back off again. It looks as though, yes, the bunker is now done. SCV does get taken down as the Reaper does jump inside. There's some damage shooting up onto the high ground already. Zerglings getting taken out very, very quickly. Are we going to perhaps see a salvaging of that bunker? No, not in time there, as the Reapers are now going after the Queen. The Queen may get taken down here. The Zerglings are going to go ahead and get taken down here as well. There goes the Queen. There goes some Zerglings, and this is going to be some crazy, crazy play, but we do see now 10 Zerglings coming around. 3 Reapers coming in together. The second Queen has come together as well. This lower hit point Reaper does need to back off here, and here we go. We are going to see a bit of an engagement again. The Reapers do not deal that much damage to that Queen because of that one base armor, and a beautiful snipe by Fly there. Okay, the problem currently is that there is a large number of Zerglings now on the field instead of a large number of drones, and that is not where you want to be as a Zerg player at this point. However, the saving grace is that Ball is currently supply blocked at 19/19 and has not done the necessary damage to really take the victory into his own hands. We are going to see perhaps another factory being placed down here, and is it going to be enough? Zerglings now frantically trying to make their way over. The Reapers, 5 of them working together. It looks as though another Reaper is now being trained, as the Reapers are still going after Zergling, and Fly may be able to counter this rather quickly. There you go, up onto the high ground and back down onto the low ground. This is a rather dangerous play, as there are so many Zerglings, and Fly is going to handle this absolutely like a boss, taking down all the Reapers and now bringing pressure to his opponent. SCVs now being brought over here. Are they going to be able to repair in time? That is the question. All the SCVs, as they are trying to repair, are not mining either. Income should be in favor of the Zerg at this point, 21-5. Or 21-16 in terms of the harvesters. The Zerglings, however, will not be able to break through. This front door, as strong as it is going to hold against all of these Zerglings, especially when a Hellion will be popping out of there. And this is going to be a transition now into the mid-game. Nicely done. All the Zerglings now looking to back off here. It looks as though, yes, the Zerglings will back off now. There they go. And that metabolic boost on those Zerglings, just what the doctor ordered, as those Zerglings do need to back away. Perhaps the Zerglings were hoping that that front door would be down. No such luck, though, as we are now seeing the barracks fly back home. All right, we are looking now into a Baneling's nest, and I love this transition by Fly. Fly knowing that a Baneling's nest is going to just deal terrible damage to this front door in a matter of seconds. But what is this? A beautiful play by Ball here to make sure that this is now a double seal. All right, yeah, that barracks will lower as well. The Banelings are now ready to go. Oh, what is this? 4 exact Banelings. That is the exact number you need to brace or break down that front door. Double supply depots are now taken down, but there is that second supply depot wall exactly at the right time. And both of these players must have practiced against each other a lot to have the foresight to know what the other was doing. Let's take a look at the income. 27 harvesters versus 21. 2 bases for Fly, as he has his natural expansion. No gas really, or some gas being mined down off over here. Meanwhile, Ball is perhaps in a little bit of a shaky situation. He was able to push out very strong with those Reapers, but didn't get the victory. Wasn't able to get enough damage, as Fly didn't miss his injects. Came across with a huge round of Zerglings and metabolic boost to come out with the victory. And now the ball is back in Ball's court, so to speak, as he needs to find a way to kill Zerglings with these Hellions. All right, killing Zerglings with Hellions. You would seem that would seem like a very, very easy time for these Hellions. It's just a mass number of Zerglings that is the problem. And now Fly will be reinforcing with Roaches. Roach Warren nearing completion. Taking a look at the number of larvae, 9 larvae, plenty of larvae to try and train up a whole bunch of units, as we are going to see now the Hellions make a move down. There are Banelings and Zerglings on the low ground ready. And what are all of these Hellions going to do? It looks like the Hellions will be making their way down. Not quite sure why these supply depots are not up yet. The Hellions do spot that last Zergling. Go ahead and take it down. And now Ball is playing this very defensively. Now if Ball is able to fend off this next attack, that is going to be perhaps the turning point here to really transition us into the mid game. Fly really has the ball in his court. He can figure out whether or not he wants to attack with Roaches or Zerglings and try and finish this game, or is he going to want to just tech up, set up another expansion here and attack with, say, Mutalisk and Infestors? That would also be some very, very strong play as well. The Hellions are already down. Roaches are here, as we are looking at about a 45 supply advantage. Ball wants to prevent this expansion from coming into play, and it looks as though the Roaches and the Banelings are still here. The Banelings could make their way up here in just a moment. You can see that how much damage is there. All the SCVs are perhaps on auto repair, able to keep all the units alive. We can see the orbital command now lifting off again, as Fly still has a tremendous supply advantage. His army much larger, just waiting to get through that front door. Banelings now pushing their way through. Roaches now showing up, as the Roaches are just going to be able to attack here and get in a lot of damage. SCVs are trying to repair. Are they going to get it? No, they are not. Banelings now trying to push through. Marines and SCVs battling it out. Roaches look like they're going to take this victory here, as all the Hellions, Marines, and SCVs are not going to be enough. You can see Fly still seen on a 79 to 37 supply advantage. Worker kill count up to 19, and this is still all 2 bases with an eventual 3rd base on the way, as Ball still needs to figure out how to defend. No siege tanks are in sight as of yet. SCVs, Marines, I'm not quite sure why they're all repairing here. The SCVs really need to get back to work, not following this poor mule. And Ball just seems to be off the ball, as we now see this orbital command will be landing. Zerglings now making their way over once more. Roaches getting over there in a hurry again. SCVs building up a new bunker. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And that is what Fly is going to be doing. He's coming in with Zerglings and Roaches once more. And will he be able to actually take down this orbital command? Not with his present army. You know, props to Fly for realizing that he cannot take down the orbital command at this time. These Zerglings, however, just misrallied to their own death, as all the units are now looking to back off. One Roach sitting off over here. We can see siege tanks are being added. Finally, a tech to tier 2 with a macro hatch coming in. 5 hatcheries in total, and normally when you see a macro hatch and a tech to tier 2, I would normally say it would be a transition into Hydralisk, since that's the only real tier 2 unit that you can mass very easily. Nope, it is actually going to be a Spire, so it will be a Mutaling instead, the other composition where you need a lot of larva. Yeah, larva for the Zerglings, and then Mutalisk, as many as you can spam out. You can see that there's already 600 gas ready to go, running off of 3 bases. You'll be at about 1200 gas by the time those Mutalisks come out, assuming you don't spend any more gas, say, on movement speed upgrades or any sort of upgrades already on the field. Mutalisk going to be a very difficult situation to handle for Ball, as Mutalisk got that speed boost and are now just slightly slower than Hellions. Hellions with a movement speed of 4.25. Mutalisk with a movement speed of 4, so they're almost able to catch up now due to the fact that Hellions are forced to drive around terrain obstacles, and with that, things do start to unravel rather quickly. Fly is coming in with another base here, so there will be 5 hatcheries on 4 base. We're now looking at, wow, where did he spend all of his gas? He is only down to 400 gas right now, right as the movement speed, or the Spire is going to be completed. He'll be able to train up 4 Mutalisks, and that is it, as he does have a fair number of Banelings. Mutalisk going to be able to hunt down these Hellions if he does start to train them. Level 1 flyer attack upgrades even before the first Mutalisk even hits the production tab. Zerglings now on their way out across the field. Hellions going to be coming around the far side. We'll be able to get some easy shots here. One poor Zergling does get taken down, and the Zerglings, all the Fly units, are now retreating to try to handle these Hellions here. This is not how you want to be dealing with these Hellions. But I think he realizes that this attack force is the only thing that he really has to worry about. And there you go. There's the surround. There's the cleanup. All of those Hellions taken down in a matter of seconds. 90 supply advantage. Fly just looking very strong. 71 drones versus 40 SCVs. Siege tanks are on the front door helping to protect both of these bases, but will it be enough? I like the positioning on these supply depots, making it so that you cannot do a run by here. Zerglings will get taken down rather easily, as we're looking at the siege tanks up on the high ground. Zerglings looking to now push their way through. Is it going to be enough? Are they going to accidentally reveal themselves? The siege tanks do not have level 1 weapons upgrades though, so that these Zerglings will take 2 shots to get shot down. There goes that shot there. Zergling down to 1 hit point. It finally gets taken down. Here comes the Swarm. The Swarm is now going to perhaps surround here and take it down in just a moment. Units now dropping here in just a second as well. All of those units are backing off as the Banelings, Zerglings, Roaches once again pull away. We are finally seeing Mutalisks make their way out onto the field. There is already 8 on the field with 4 more for an even dozen. Nope, it is actually going to be, yeah, even dozen right now with 3 more on the way. So 15 Mutalisks within the foreseeable future, as here we go. Mutalisk now running straight into the main base. There is a missile turret there though. Is it going to just try and focus it down? And no, it is not even bothering to focus it down, as all the Marines are now making their way over as well. Mutalisks are now looking to back off. Over here off to the right, there is missile turrets there to try and intercept. There are the Zerglings, there are the Banelings. I believe Fly's army is simply just too massive, even with superior micro, even with just good engagements. Ball's army is actually starting to even things up. Wow, only a 70 supply discrepancy compared to the 100 that it was just moments ago. Income tab, though, shows a major difference here. 2,300 versus 1,400. Total losses. Fly has lost more, but he can afford to lose more since he is running up on 4 bases on 5 hatcheries, soon to be 6 hatcheries, as he looks to take this 3 o'clock expansion. Alright, here we go. 2-2 upgrades. Hive upgrade now coming in as well. There is a Widow Mine right there. Zerglings. Oh, taking a big splash there, as there we go. The Mutalisks are just going to go ahead and snipe down the Orbital Command. Looks like the Orbital Command will be falling here. Marines shooting onto the low ground, but is it going to be enough? More units still trying to fight back here. Missile turret pushing back all of those units. And Ball, now sitting on about a 70 supply disadvantage again, will be forced to deal with Ultralisk next. Ball has been playing extremely well, given the fact that he is down by over 70 supply. Fly, it just felt like he came out of the early game with a much stronger army and in a much better position, and Ball, as strong as he is, has not been, or Fly, as strong of a position as he is in, has not been able to close the door on Ball. You can see that there is now a 70 supply discrepancy here. Ball moving forward. Oh, this could be his death here. The Banelings could... Oh, what's going to be happening? Let's go ahead and take down some shots there. Marines now trying to get some hits here, but Fly catching this entire Bio army in open field, not realizing that Fly had such a massive army. There is the GG. Fly takes game 1 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.